Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to play with my paint chips. So, hopefully you've not already pulled away, but I just want to let you know, I understand now very few people probably have access to such a wide variety of paint chips. So what I've decided to do is scan some of these. Let me get this out of the way. And I've pulled a collection of them out. Rainbow, these are not in right order. Rainbow collection, and some neutrals, and some vibrant fluorescents, and I'm going to scan them in and put them as a freebie in my Ko-fi shop so you can participate and make this project. Hopefully you'll like it and you'll want to make some. All right, future Lisa jumping in here, and I mentioned in the video that I was going to try to scan in my chips, and sure enough I was able to do that. So let me just show you what I got here. These are going to be available in my Ko-fi account. This version right here, this was printed on copy paper, so it's not as vibrant. I'll show you a more vibrant version of it. So depending on what paper you print it on, if you print it on photo, like the matte photo paper, you're going to get a much better look for it. But if you print it on thinner copier paper, it's going to be a bit more washed out, but totally usable for projects. You know, if you wanted to do something like we just did in the video, wrapping washi tape around them, or for whatever else you want to use them, but paint strips. So this one is the rainbow color. I thought I was putting in a rainbow order when I was laying on my scanner. I put red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, but of course, you know, it did it backwards. I should have went red, orange, but whatever. It still works. You cut it out and you use any of those 6 paint strips. The next version had the interesting colors. You had like the teals, more of a pink, and 2 brown neutrals and a gray. Unfortunately, my printer did not like fluorescent colors, or my printer when it printed didn't like fluorescent colors, but that's a scan of the fluorescent, so not as fluorescent, but I still think they're kind of fun colors for this. Let me kind of put these, let me show it by itself. They're still fun colors. They have a nice little rainbow effect of different colors, so still be a fun one to use, just not as wildly fluorescent. But this actually might work out better for a lot of people to be able to make something out of. Okay, so like I said, this is scrapbook paper, but I did print it on my clear vinyl stickers. So you can see that this is much brighter on the clear vinyl stickers. And just peel this side back here. You can see, you can put it on something and cut it into, you know, smaller squares, doing it like that. So if you have the clear sticker paper, by all means do that. I should have a link in my Amazon below of the clear sticker paper I bought. I'll double check to see if it's still valid. Sometimes they run out, but I love being able to print stuff on clear sticker paper. So this is the brighter rainbow colors, and then here is the neutral. Unfortunately, like I said, this is a little bit brighter for it, but still not fluorescent. But still, I think, like I said, a fun strip to use. So, again, it is on my Ko-fi account, free to anyone. If you feel like you want to donate, I'm always appreciative of every donation that people give to support my channel and support what I do to help me be able to bring more stuff like this to you guys. But again, not necessary, complete freebie for you guys to do. So again, check out the Ko-fi account for a link to these paint strips. And also if you wanted to get the clear sticker sheets, it's down there in my Amazon list. Okay, back to the video. All right, so the first thing I did was when I decided to play around with those paint strips is I did some of my strips on here and glue them down in between where the Pantone numbers are to cover them up. And I thought about that, and I'm like, well, you know, I did something recently, well, not even recently, but I've done something in the past where I took my larger paint chips and I put some heavy duty, these were the collage strips from Tim Holtz, where I cut them into smaller pieces and then use them to make tidbits with the colors in between. So I'm like, well, you know, I could do that again with some of my bust to scraps because, you know, I like to bust a scrap. So if you download the freebie, you can definitely go ahead and add some strips of paper to it, cover it up. It's got the colors in between. I think it's very fun. And these make great belly band sizes because they are just shy of about 7.5 inches for that. So again, 8.5 inch piece of paper, and you're good to go. So nice belly band size, or even just really tall skinny tags. You can always attach them to something bigger and make a little bit more substantial tag. But since I had done paper on this, I decided to do washi tapes. So here is the washi tape version. So what I did is I collected 8 washi tapes that went with the color. I ended up using 7 of them because I used this last one on the top and the bottom. I did cover up the word Pantone. Whoa, don't fall away. On this one. I didn't on this one for that. And I used just different size washies. It was fun. You can see some of the words through there, which I thought was kind of fun. And then I added a tidbit and one of my freebie mini stamps. Simple belly band, right? Let's make a couple. I pulled out a pinkish red version and a blue version. And I pulled out, I've got a red tidbit and a tidbit and a blue tidbit that I can put on there later if I decide to decorate this any farther. All right, let's go ahead and I got my blue washi tapes, and again I have picked 8 of them, right? 4 and 8. Yes, I picked 8 of them. So I do have skinnier ones and wider ones, and yeah, we're just gonna go for it. All right, I think you want to put the stripes on the bottom. So what I did was just take the washi tape. I'm not going to use any extra glue. These were, this one's a matte finish one. That was a shiny one. I'm going to wrap it around. Since it's a belly band, it's not going to be seen. So I wasn't worried about gluing it down. Now I'm going to try to center them top and bottom for that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and rip. And it's glued down. And I decided to not put like big ones next to each other. I tried to go big, small, big, small. I think I'm going to want to put this one up top a little bit more. Color change. Didn't want to really necessarily match the colors. I wanted to make them be a little bit more stand out and not show. All right, so some of these are really thin. And this will just cover up the words. We're going to go with that. I might put that on the top, kind of like I did the other one, but we're going to see how it goes. And we got a lighter blue on this one. All right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 strips of this lighter blue here and cover that up. And pretend like it was one thicker strip. Yeah, it's kind of fun that you can see the words behind it. All right, this one is blue tickets. So, oh, merry-go-round, that's fun. I think I'll put that in the center like that. And we're going to push it down a little bit. I got smiley faces. They're a little darker. I'll put those near the top. All right, and this kind of looks like shades of blue, so I think I'll put that on the top. Okay. Oops, missed that one. I don't think I want that one. I think I'm going to put another happy face. It's fun, right? There's no rules. You have to use one or the other. I mean, I could have definitely put just kept putting the same washi or every other one. Again, it's your cards. Okay, so probably the hardest part is pulling this off of the mat. And then we're just going to flap it around. It really couldn't be too much easier, could it? Now you could also make this into a journal card, like I said, but if you're going to do that, after you've wrapped these washi tapes around, I would probably end up putting some sort of, you know, backing on it, on top of it, gluing that down so that the washi tapes were stuck in place. Now, the top one, these, and when you have the digital, you're probably not going to have the issue with it because it's going to, you can cut it straight if you want, but mine have already been pre-rounded. I'm going to try to, probably just need some scissors. Trim the washi so it's more rounded. It's kind of hard to fold washi around a curve. There we go. And bottom is a little bit wonky when I cut it, so now I've straightened it. Now if I want to just round the ends a little, there we go. Nice and easy. And like I said, I'll go ahead and put something on there. Kind of fun down there. Stamp here. I'm going to add it. Now I still have some chance to add some other stuff to it. I haven't tracked it down yet, but I think we're just going to add this down here because I like it. Stamp here. Now I do have those washi stickers, but it probably would cover up too much of an area. So I don't think I'm going to add those. Yeah. We'll find something else to add. I don't want to cover up all the washi. So there are definitely other things I can add to it, but that's cute, right? I like it. All right, let's make the pink one. Put this away. All right, I got the pink one. I have one that's got a little pink and purple on it. Kind of like how this one, the purple had a little pink and with it. So, yeah. Got a couple skinnier ones, a couple bigger ones. All right. Now this does go from pink to more of a red, but I think they were still on the pinkish side. So we're gonna stick with. We think this is more pink than red. You know, how easy is it? How easy is it to do this, right? Probably the hardest thing was picking which ones I want to use. All right, I got the tiniest ones. Got little ribbons on there. All right, definitely want to put those at the top. And there we go. We'll save it, see if we want it on the bottom. This is pretty. Pretty nondescript. Put that on the bottom. And we've got that up there. This kind of reminds me of a chevron, which is a little closer to that, so I don't want to do that. And I think we're going to be okay with the bigger one because it's pink and purple. It almost looks like two. All right, and there we go. Very fun. Okay. Again, hardest part, peeling it up. And fold. So like I said, the freebie is going to be on my Ko-fi account unless something happened and I couldn't scan it in. And if that's the case, I will put a big note in there what happened, and I do apologize if I promise something that I can't deliver, but I'm pretty sure I've scanned other stuff in and I've been able to upload it. And I probably should have done it first before I did the video, but my scanner's downstairs and I film upstairs. So there it was. I'm going to go downstairs and come back upstairs again, basically. All right, and I'm just going to nip those corners just to soften it. And I think I'll put that up there. Yeah, I think I'll put it up there. A little bit more empty space up here with the smaller ribbons. Yeah, I like it. I mean, could it be any simpler? I don't know. So, you can bust a scrap by using tiny little pieces, or get some washi out and go ahead and go crazy. Now, you don't have to match them up like I did. You could definitely have picked more florals or varieties or mix and match colors. I like how I have pinks and purples here. You could go opposite colors. With the, blue background, put some yellow washi tape. Put some greens on the purple. It definitely leads to being able to do whatever you want. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and download it. Like that one, like how much fun you could have putting some fun colors on that one, some fun styles, some fun prints, doing like that, and greens and blues. So just, and then the neutrals, you got some, Tim Holtz tapes or some things like that. I probably should have done one of those, but yeah, I love it. Very fun. Okay, well, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Again, crossing the fingers, this is going to be up on my Ko-Fi account, and you should be able to download them and print them out. They're going to be free, like I said, but I do appreciate whenever I get donations on my Ko-Fi account to support the channel. I try to give these things away for free, just because I understand money can be tight for people, and it really, like I said, I found these. If you ever saw that video, I'll link it below where I showed these. I found these in my closet. They've been sitting around for probably 20 years in my closet. I don't know how I got them. They were free to me. My husband's a graphic designer, probably free to him. They are from, I think, the late 1900s, early 2000s. So they're vintage at this point. Believe it or not, they're vintage. So I'm not going to go ahead and scan these in and charge for them. That would be ridiculous. And like I said, I know it's hard to find these things, and people don't maybe want to go to the store and, swipe some paint chips. And I think I said in my last video where I was doing those flower, where I had these bigger paint chips that I was using. I don't even know what the paint chips look like. I haven't taken any from the store in a long time because I've got access to so many and have so many in stock that I don't even know what's available anymore. It could be just a square of one color paint chip, and that's all you can get. So just trying to share my bounty, as they say. Okay, well, that is going to be it for me today. If you like the idea, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video, hype it if you can. I'm not sure how you hype it. I try to hype other people's, but I can't find it. And yeah, leave me a question or a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Okay, well, that is going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.